Hey people, introduced 3v3, Wrath of Baal, blue team, couple of Imperial Guard players. First up is Knight O'Shadow, with a Lord General faction. Ranged combat begins with a retinue of stormtroopers to help him out. Really strong defense and support can also add to this retinue. Alongside, Cadian is a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support faction. Melee combat begins with a refractor shield. This is the Mordian Iron Guard elite scheme. Rounded off the blues, Saint Kelly, where's he gone? There he is. Commando, infiltrated hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style, begins in ranged combat with a twin linked shooter. Red team, Annoying Fisher is an Apothecary, support hero that fights in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Can also get a ranged weapon. This is the Blood Ravens. Alongside, Reaper's Sparton with a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that can leap into combat, some powerful disruption and support. Harley Quinn's elite scheme, I think, maybe recolored or something. And rounded off the teams, it's Birty Bob with a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero, powerful battlefield manipulation and control. You've got some Black Legion on the west side against the Lord General in the mid. It's Eldar versus Imperial Guard. Banshees looking for a target. Commissar's shield is down. Warlock goes after him. Banshees have their eyes on some guardsmen and they're in there. Guardsmen do have their sergeant up already, as it expects. Warlock getting kind of tooled up here by the Lord Commissar. Dire Avengers helping out. Those guys have to run. Surprised it wasn't done the other way around. Surprised the Warlock didn't go and jump on the guardsman and then the Banshees chop this guy. They might be able to still do it. Uh-oh. They are not attacking him on retreat. Big mistake there from Reaper Spartan. They could have taken that guy out on retreat, I think. Eastern side, it's Sorcerer versus the Lord General, as we saw. Western side, Commando snuck up and is decapping the VP. Shooter's running off. I guess they dropped a model or something. Oh, Slugger's lost a bunch of models there. And what about the scouts and stuff? They're running off. Apothecary's hanging out. You see that health regen aura, those green hexagons. East side, Sorcerer pushing up. Some melee attacks on the Lord General and his retinue. Takes out a Stormtrooper. You can reinforce those guys in the field, as you see here. Got 25 wreck. Far more than a regular guardsman. Like double the amount. Lord Commissar's back out. No Sentinel here for Cadian. Straight into a heavy weapon squad though. Decent Destructor and then backs away. Those guys were executed for double damage. Execute one model, the rest of the squad gets double damage, but they can't retreat for the duration. Warlock gets away. If he didn't retreat there, would have gone down pretty fast. Might still go down. Commando Knobs on retreat path. 6 hit points, 2 hit point, 1 hit point, and gets away. Here's a Guardian weapon team, but gets too close. Could not see the cloaked Commando there, I guess. Now being tied up by said Commando. But here are the Banshees. Big threat to low-level heroes with their power melee weapons. Well, they can't all get in. Needs to move these shuriken away, so all the Banshees can get their attacks in here. Couple of knockbacks. Might be dead, this Commando. Might go down. And I think does go down. Didn't really get a lot of backup there, Saint Kelly. 461 to 466. Double cap for the red team. Sorcerer might be forced off the east side. Oh, here comes some more CSM. Got double CSM over it. Heretics with, in their default state, 8 melee models. They did run up and grab that VP though. Center is still blue with, is that 2 down heroes? No, it's not. That's just a wreck point on the minimap there. Heavy weapons squad are up here with a heavy bolter. Marines, double tactical Marines here for Annoying Fisher, and the customized Storm Bolter is up. Upgraded scouts too. Shotguns and a sergeant. Where are they going? Mid? Nope, they're pushing up for a power bash maybe. We'll see a flamer or something. Leveling up is the Sorcerer with the Vestments of the Warp. More Dire Avengers for Reaper Spartan. Catachan Devils now for Cadian. Also got Spotters, so can really disrupt the hell out of stuff in the mid there, which might be relevant later on. You could see a whole bunch of setup teams in the mid. This is a map by Max Power. Unfortunately doesn't still play the game these days or make maps or anything. But it's a really cool one, I think. A lot of players don't like playing on the Space Hulk maps because they're pretty dark. There's lots of narrow paths and stuff. Setup teams can do really well here, but I like maps that bring something a little bit different, you know? It's really pretty too. These sluggers again, absolutely wrecked. I think he didn't want to retreat them there because of the grenade behind them, but barely gets them away. Now we see some backup. Tactical Marines should be closing for melee here. They're trying to use cover. They're not going to be able to all do that. They should be just getting into melee, I think. Cadians almost got in on the guarding weapon team. Mid is turning red thanks to the Warlock, but Cadians knock him off the cap. And the Lord Commissar's back with a power sword. Destructor on the Cadians. They do tend to blob up so tightly. You must have like a really small entity size with hit boxes that are really small kind of thing, so they all bunch up a lot. Chimera on the way for Night O Shadow, first player to get tier 2. An attempt at a little bit of an assist in the mid by annoying Fisher, but gets caught by Storm Boys and Catations on the other side. Commando's in trouble again. Just got revived, I think, but couldn't get away. Did get some XP for the Lord Commissar, though. I think the XP for reviving is set to be reduced again, because it's a bit of an odd situation where sometimes having a hero downed in a team game is actually an advantage, because the XP for killing them is spread out a bunch of units and isn't a huge amount. I mean, it's a decent amount, but then the hero that revives gets a whole bunch of XP. It used to be even more. I think completely removing the XP for reviving would be a decent choice. I mean, being able to get a hero back without paying is reward enough, I think. Big old grenade. Perfect cover there, allowing him to ignore all this range damage. Commissar, for some reason, not pushing up, maybe thinks the Shuriken is still back there. Here come Banshees, right into a heavy bolter though, but the heavy bolter's not actually firing on them. There we go. Had to manually target them. Meanwhile, west side, whole bunch of Space Marines and some scouts shooting up sluggers. Saints Kelly's forgotten about these guys. Gonna lose them. No, they do get away. They do get away. Here are the Storm Boys. Grenade in on the shooters. That was nasty. Storm Boys do have power melee weapons, so it can be a massive threat to these Marines. They should have gone onto the Apothecary there, I think. Tying up Marines now. Lots of damage, as you can see, but they are now isolated. I think they maybe could have killed the Apothecary there and just ran away, but they're going to die. Oh no, they jump away. Oh. Killed in the air. St. Kelly not too happy. Still red in the mid. Meanwhile, Sorcerer doing huge amounts of work on his east side. Has this VP again. A triple cap here for red. Heretics with Aspiring Champion and grenade launchers getting torn up by all this ranged fire, but they are going to get away. Just wanted to hold up that cap as long as they could. Oh, Commissar's here. Don't think he can finish him off though. Nope. Tier 2 all around. Looks like Reaper was the last to go, although it's pretty close to Cadian. Shuriken is up in the mid. I mean, should Reaper be pushing here? Does have the champion's robe. Doesn't really know what he's facing, I suppose. They could suspect that Cadian is in tier 2 with Ogrins or something up there. Vision is important. Commissar gets in. Tied up the Shuriken. Everything should push up now. Grenade launcher from the Catachans. These guys can be pretty fierce in melee. They don't have a melee charge or a special attack, but they do power melee damage. Shotgun blast there, and they can get into melee on retreat maybe. Are they trying to? Or are they being tied up by the Warlock? Howling Banshees and Dire Avengers now. Commando's still down. There's a webway. Here comes some sluggers with burners. 2v1 against Reaper. Some suppression here from the washout. Banshee's getting torn up. Kept them in this fight way too long here, Sparton. And they are wiped. Here comes an assist now from Night O Shadow. And Annoying Fish is in here. Big old brouhaha at the start of tier 2. Plasma guns for the guardsmen. Warlock also went down, those guardsmen leveling up. Sluggers did a good job there. I'll run into some Devastators though. No vials. Apothecary is fully kitted out though. Combat stims. A slightly underutilized war gear, I think, in team games. Combat stims. And improved medical equipment. It's because armor of the Apothecarian is so strong in team games, that's why. 272 to 466. Blue team have done enough to take the mid. Fisher's still here, but I don't think they're going to be able to do a whole lot. Devastators. Oh, is the last cannon on the way? Gonna get at least one shot on the Chimera here. Oh no, it doesn't. It shoots at the Lord General. Maybe it was very slightly shot blocked or something. That wasn't great. Lord General with a sniper rifle and a medical sergeant trying to cap the mid. There we see the incoming. What's that missile? Oh, we have a mark of Tzeentch Chaos Dreadnought from Birty Bob. Anti-vehicle missile launcher also has the frenzied barrage ability which suppresses infantry. Should be shooting at the Chimera here, buddy. There we go. Lots of damage. Oh, heavy turret though comes in from Night O Shadow. Good drop there from his global bar of the Lord General, who does have their natural VP now. Birty Bob will be able to walk this thing out of trouble, so it's safer than most dreadnoughts would be in a team game. We do have an autocannon though on his heavy weapon fellas. St. Kelly down to just doubled shooters. Orks can recover very well in tier 3 with knobs and flash kits, but they're not there yet. Bunker being dropped now. Blue team are setting up to stabilize mid. Heavy turret does have vehicle armor, so using the dreadnought is a good play. Gonna take it down. I don't think those guys can out repair it. Wraith Guard up now for Reaper Spartan. Oh, they lost their Spirit Seer Warlock, which messes up, stuns them for a while, I guess. Medical bunker, so these guys can now reinforce off the bunker. And the Chimera. A little bit of a heal as well. 272 to 431. CSM pushing up to the light cover. That's a little bit dicey with plasma guns around. Do they both have plasma guns? They do. Where is the others? Oh, they're running away. Cadian also has plasma guns. Right Lance trying to get shots in, but can't quite reach the Chimera. What is this? This is Fisher capping up that Western contested power. Not pushing on though. Just wants to be cautious because the natural VP is that side, I suppose. Doesn't want to lose it. CSM are going to fall. Didn't quite react quickly enough. Wraith Guard getting shots in now. That is nasty on the shooters and they wipe. Chaos Dreadnought backing away. Saints Kelly down to a single shooter boy squad. Massive amounts of burst damage coming in from the Eldar there. Heal on the Wraith Guard from the Apothecary. I think that's heresy, buddy. He's way out there, out of cover. Warp Spider's also in trouble. Shoot the Apothecary, fellas. Oh, here comes the rest of the Marines. Grenade on the garrison. Nope. Where is it gonna go? No grenade. There we go. Grenade is on the garrison. Doesn't wipe the autocannon though. There's a frenzy barrage. Big old suppression. Apothecary gets a revive up to level 5 now. I don't think Reaper realizes they are up. Witchblade of Kernus and the Heart of Darkness. Gives him an energy regen to power his Champion's Robe. 2-1 cap here for blue. And St. Kelly is in tier 3 recovering with Commandos. Another great choice to recover these guys with good disruption, good DPS, an anti-vehicle option. And they cap faster, can infiltrate. Lots of stuff going on with those guys. Commando, of course, can pull them in from the global bar as well. 242 to 407. Birty Bob also going into tier 3. Manticore for Cadian could do a huge amount of work here. Haven't seen combat stims thrown out. It must have been though. Look how much energy the Apothecary has. 255 at level 6. Pretty nuts. This is helping with that, of course. Oh, the Commando went down trying to cap the VP. There's a Rocks. Might take out the Chaos Dreadnought with a lucky hit. Looks like the Dreadnought's gonna be okay. Needs a bunch of repairs. Our Avengers can repair it. So can the Scouts and the Heretics, which are running away. I guess they ran from a nuke. Commandos get caught by a whole bunch of bolter fire. Yeah, so kind of surprised Annoying Fisher hasn't pushed on this power a little bit more often. Maybe afraid of getting flanked and stuff. This is most likely some Terminators. Yep, Terminators coming in for Fisher. Apothecary goes down. So you just got to shoot him, fellas. Just shoot that guy. Force him to be way more careful. Level 4 Scouts doing well. There's an Autark dropped in by a Reaper without her wings as the Harlequins. I couldn't quite spot her as easily. Manticore Strike and a Basilisk Flare from the Lord Commissar. Don't think it hit anything. Maybe it touched the Shuriken Guardian Weapon team a bit with the Bright Lance. Manticore now trying to back away. That's a very long range artillery piece. You need to manually target each rocket as a long cooldown. On the way here is a Land Raider Phobos for Birty Bob. Got some flash kits for St. Kelly. More guardsmen out for Cadian, maybe to help repair stuff. And some Kashyyykin for Night O Shadow. Got plasma guns. Look how big the plasma guns look on these guys. Surprised I can carry them. Maybe a grenade for these CSM when they get into melee. There we go. Oh, missed. Big misplay there from Night O Shadow, I feel like. Oh, dropped in a Leman Russ, I think. Might chase down the Dreadnought. I don't see the Vanquisher cannon on the way. I don't think Night O Shadow can afford a Vanquisher upgrade right now. Level 3 Guardsman. But not good at that. They usually trade pretty well at ranged combat, because they can just reinforce so easily and have decent damage. But Wraithguard messed it up a lot because of the suppression and the AoE damage. They don't trade at all with Wraithguard. Warp Spatters again just kind of teleporting into trouble there. No real reason to teleport onto the Guardsmen unless you're going to tie them up, and they didn't. Chimera went a strange direction. Was it escaping from something? I don't think so. Here are the flash kits. They've gone for blasters. Will be good at taking chunks off the Marines and stuff. Psychic PvP damage does extra versus heavy and super heavy infantry for some reason. That's the way it is. That's kind of getting shots here. Does it have combat stims? It doesn't. Can they get another? I don't think it can. It's out of the firing arc. Nothing really juicy for this thing to fire at now. Terminator's getting shot up. Have their assault cannon. Uh-oh. Las Cannon getting destroyed by plasma guns here. Does get away. Manticore Strike on a blob of Marines. They might wipe out these tacks, and these are level 4 tacks, and down they go. Annoying Fusha getting caught. Such a narrow little pathway here. So as some people don't like this map, darkness and the narrow pathways. I like the drama that it creates. We have a Land Raider Phobos here. Tier 3 all round eventually. Cadian just hit it, and Reaper's going to get there. Does have a decent amount of red too. Decent amount. The Phobos with las cannons on the side sponsons. There's that Frenzied Barrage. Can set up a lot with that. Webway being used. And the Warlock Webways can heal you over time, which is what that effect is there. And I assume that would stack with the Apothecary's natural health regen passive. Big old shotgun blaster, high explosive shells of the Kommando. Also has Mega Boom Kit and stick bombs. Where are those flash kits at? They are running away. Red team retaking the mid. They do have a VP lead. The attempts to stabilize in the mid with the turret and the bunker have failed for now. Still have a Chimera though. It's more than the red team have here in terms of sustainability in the field. Maybe a Falcon would help over there. Red team look quite depleted on their rosters. I mean, they do have a Phobos and this Dreadnought. Warlock almost fell over. There's that Frenzied Barrage. Just has to touch you. There you go, and he gets suppressed. Doesn't really do any damage though these days. Used to do a decent amount. Very specialized anti-vehicle Dreadnought these days, this guy. That's the Vanquisher cannon. You can tell because it's longer. Also gives a increased fire rate to the Leman Russ. It's a pretty solid upgrade. Executioner can be harder to use because it's shorter range. Las Cannon is ready, but it's so far back here. They saw what happened when the plasma guns were set upon it, I suppose. Sorcerer messing up some guardsmen, level 3. Oh, these are Kashyyykin. Not mere guardsmen. Center is uncapped now. Tier 3 for Reaper goes for the Fire Prism before the D Cannon. Great disruption, of course, but can be fragile. Will be hunted down by Leman Russ pretty easily if he can get into range. Uh-oh. Look what the blasters can do to Marines. That is crazy. Those guys were level 4. They do get away 31 hit points. That was double flash kits with blasters. Terminator's coming in for some melee. Some Eldar support as well. These Orks need to back away. Just mass retreated there. Maybe could have backed off. But I mean, would have been taking big shots from the assault cannon as they backed away. So maybe retreating was the best option. 138 to 339. Commando's got to try to get the sneak in going onto this VP, I think. Chaos Terminator's on the field now with a Reaper autocannon for Birty Bob. 32 DPS autocannon damage. Small AoE, decent versus all targets. Good for ripping through light infantry for the demoralizing debuff to be set off. 138 to 339, still that 1-to-1 cap. Here comes a Baneblade for Cadian. Power bashing Terminators here. What are you going to do, Mr. Commando? Just ignore them. Go for the VP, I think. Don't know what his plan is here. Manticore strike. Where's it going? Where is it going? Oh, over here. Chimera falls. Terminator's got hit by the Manticore. They take a lot of damage from a Manticore, as you might expect. A lot of damage from Plasma as well. But they do get away without a model loss. Dreadnought now being chased. There's a crack grenade, big chunk of damage, and Vanquisher, as you can see, taking massive chunks off that Dreadnought each shot. He might be able to just chase it down here. Yeah, one more shot might do it. Uses the Demon Armor thing. Demonic Shield. But still goes down. Maybe, is it 150 to warp? Why wasn't it warped away? Maybe they didn't have it. I thought it was 125. Maybe it's 150. 85 to 339. 2-to-1 cap for the red team. Looking pretty strong here. In the mid with Terminators. In fact, double Terminators for Annoying Fisher. Phobos. Fire Prism. Some leveled up heroes. But blue team still certainly a threat. Baneblade and another Baneblade on the way. The Leman Russ is still there doing work. Commissar gets in on the Wraith Guard. Kicking off big time in the mid. So those flash kits doing their thing. 67 to 339. Manticore strike here would do a hell of a lot of work. I guess it's on cooldown though. Blue team are taking the mid. Looks like it is Shooter Boy trying to get it. Commando should be trying to get it. They cap faster. They might not be able to do this. No, they do get away. Red team got pushed back though. Yeah, this is what we need to see. This guy needs to be decapped. I'm not sure what he's up to. Baneblade is here, says Cadian. And there it is. Super heavy tank bristling with guns. Combat all targets from long range, but vulnerable to powerful heavy melee. Which the red team don't really have access to. I guess Terminator Power Fists are pretty good. Are you going to decap, fella? What are you up to? Got triple flash kits. Boom. And why not against a bunch of Terminators and Marines? Go for it. What are these guys doing? Running back to base most likely. Getting a bit too close here, the flash kits. And that's an Eldritch. I think it's going to be avoided. That could be a big mistake from Reaper. Because they've got two Baneblades to deal with now. Here is Knights. Are they going to take it mid? That's going to be so much stuff in the mid. Leman Russ is bashing power. Leveling to 2. 1320 hit points on this guy. Don't know if anything can cap mid. This guy's still not decapping. Gonna run out of energy. Can't infiltrate anymore. Needs to cap. Or at least decap. Completely forgot about the Commando over there, St. Kelly. Double Noise Marines for Birty Bob. Might be trying to set up a wall of Blastmasters. Which is a decent plan. I like this plan. It's very chaotic. Leman Russ now chasing a Phobos. I feel like the Phobos should get more hit points than 2,000. Leman Russ already has 1320 at level 2. Ouch. So many dead guards, but look at that. Wiped out a squad there. Last cannon getting shots on the Baneblade. So is the Fire Prism. There's a lot of damage on this thing. Baneblade For comparison, has 2750 hit points. Can they push against the Phobos here? Or the Fire Prism? This Baneblade backing away. Terminators in your back lines is not great. Here come a bunch of Orks though. This Commando is still not moving. What is going on over there? Completely forgot about that guy. Here's that Blastmaster. Can he get a big shot on these blob of Orks? No, misfires. What the hell? Oh, he retreated it, I think. Where's the other one? Just making its way over. Commando still not moving in the bottom left. Or the southwest, I should say. 2-1 for blue. Cadian not a big fan of this map. Oh, lost a bunch of stuff. Was not paying attention. Must have been chased back by the Terminators and lost the Baneblade. Also lost the Leman. Did they have a Leman Russ? I don't think they had a Leman Russ. I guess this is enough. Heavy melee then. Can the Orks help? That's a lot of damage going in. Manticore Strike didn't quite hit them. Still chasing the Baneblade. Orks need to keep moving up here so they can get the shots in. Oh, this might be a big mistake by Annoying Fisher. Also a Leman Russ here to help. These Terminators are so very low. Trying to teleport away now. Those guys wiped. Aggressive push by Fisher doesn't quite pay off. Did get one Baneblade, I suppose. Pretty good return. Avatar on the way for Reaper. Did not get a D-cannon. Where are the Blastmasters? One's at base and one is right here. Doing that. This fella's going to go down, I think, maybe? Oh, maybe get away. Going to get away. Did not decap the VP, though. What is the Commando up to? 67, 290. Gonna have to reinforce these Terminators. That's a Basilisk Flare, not a Manticore Strike. Just a wall of blasters waiting. Fire Prism though, does a good job. Baneblade moving its way back towards its own lines. I guess they bashed power maybe. Cadian, what are you going to get up to, buddy? Could get a Leman Russ. Blasters aren't really going to do a lot to a Fire Prism. Psychic PvP does barely anything to vehicles, but there is the rocket launcher from the Commando knob. I think he went down though. Here comes the Avatar. They did get the Fire Prism. Blue team have that 2-1. Commander really needs to get onto that other VP. Phobos is still around. Did not expect that. Haven't seen a good Eldritch yet from Reaper. We saw the one that missed the flash kit, so there is a Leman Russ on the way for Cadian. They need a repair bunker over here. Really need a repair bunker, or at least repair the Baneblade. What are these fellas doing? Oh, they're going for the Leman Russ to repair it. Warlock is going to die trying to cap. Avatar is also not going to last very long here. Down it goes. You need D-cannons up in the mid. Here comes another Fire Prism though. Could probably get 2 D-cannons for that. Imagine the singularities on these Orks. Would be very juicy. 2-1 cap though for the blue. Look how much resources Knight has. Doesn't actually have the population to get anything else though. Annoying Fisher. Pushing up the western side a bit. Where are those Terminators at? They have reinforced and making their way forward. St. Kelly forgetting about these shooter boys. Almost died as they tried to run forward there. Just microing these guys and dropping the rocks on the Phobos. Did they get it? Almost. Nearly. Nearly. There was no other anti-vehicle around. The Leman Russ didn't push up alongside the rocks there. Doesn't have the vision, I don't think. Sneaky Eldar. Not sure what they're up to. They should have gone around a wider angle here. Just going to get spotted and caught if they go that way. Here's Annoying Fisher. Trying to get in behind to do some work. Maybe with a power bash or 2. Level 10 Apothecary. Missile launch attacks. Oh my goodness. But they got wiped out. Level 4 attacks wiped by Flashgit barrage there. That was pretty nuts and very orky. I'm into it. Terminator's going after the Manticore with their Power Fist. They've used their teleport now though. And maybe they realise the error of their ways because this is an Execution Lehman Russ. And the Flashgits chase it. Chase them rather. Is more Terminators from... It is. More Terminators from Annoying Fisher. Yeah, that Lehman Russ should be chasing these guys. There we go. Don't let them get away. 67-181. Bad choice to use the teleport there, but can they get out of this? You have a... Is that a Fist of Rockus? Or just a Power Claw? It's a Power Claw. Big damage to the Terminators though. I don't think they're going to get away, no. So are these guys even going to get away? They should have their teleport available. Did they use it already? Still have the mid, the blue team. And the Commando. What is he doing? Have they got the VP and I just haven't noticed? They should be on that VP all the time harassing it. Force the red team to take stuff over there. Subjugated guardsmen. I think that's not often you see a group of guardsmen subjugated. 67-152. Blue team still have this 2-1. Commandos can't outshoot autocannon Terminators here. Look how tight this is for the Baneblade. Can it even fit? It's backing away now. Blastmaster trying to get shots in. Maybe? No, I don't think it has vision. Group of Flashgits in the mid, and we have a D cannon finally setting up there. Where's the Singularity immediately? Don't see it. I don't see it. That's just a regular D cannon shot over there. Did kill a model or two. Chaos Terminators now chasing the Baneblade. Dreadnought on the way for Annoying Fisher. Those Terminators did survive, by the way. Here they are. Baneblade's going to be okay. Those guys having to teleport out. They have 2 Chaos Terminators now. No weapon upgrade for those guys. No real reason to get Lightning Claws, I think. Maybe you could teleport onto the Flashgits and mess them up. But otherwise, autocannon may be the way to go. Where is the Singularity? Has it been used already? Oh, big damage now on the Flashgits. Manticore strike on this stuff. On another little group of Orks. 67-103. Wraithguard now desperately trying to cap the mid, but they're heavy infantry and they're being torn apart by Flashgits there. Apothecary did get a heal, which actually prevented a model loss. Well done. Level 4 Wraithguard there. Level 10 Apothecary going for the decap. Just desperation here. Don't think it's going to get it though. Could not get it. The Monetary Cannon hits the Phobos. It's still here. Doing some good damage to the Baneblade. Can't do it all alone though. Where's that Commando? It's in the corner. What's it doing over here? They have not put any pressure on this VP, the blue team. Could be a big mistake. Dreadnought is charging in. Trying to get to melee with the Flashgits. Taking big shots though from the Baneblade and a Lehman Russ back there. It's not going to last very long. Had some fun, but down it goes. Rest well, brother. Terminators with a heavy flamer now. Roasting some Orks, but can they get away? Because that's... We've seen what these Flashgits can do. Level 4, level 4, and level 3 as well. Good grief. How are you all alive? Those guys, if you're wondering why they keep falling over, it's because the blasters make them knock back each other, kind of thing. It's like a 10% chance on shooting, I think. But what happens is one of them gets a knockback and falls over into the other ones, and they knock over those. So you get way more knockbacks than you would think on the 10%. Still not seen a Singularity. Must have been one. Must have been one. This bunker's barely clinging to structural integrity. They are all repairing the Baneblade though. Can Shooter Boys get a cap? I'd say no. Fire Prism and Noise Marines say no. St. Kelly really needs to go for this VP. It's completely open. They keep sending everything mid. There we go. Have they changed their mind now? Commandos can also decap quicker. 52 to 73. Doom bolts flying in. A demonic shield up in the mid. Trying to help things to cap. Fire Prism shouldn't be showing its real armor like that. Or tuck drop. Maybe get a fusion gun if you can live long enough. Bad place to jump into, Miss Ortok. Look at this. Oh, you're not going for the VP though. What are you doing? They're going for kills. Orks want to blow stuff up. Understandable. But strategically a poor choice. They're going to get the Fire Prism. Down goes the Fire Prism, and it was a good hit. That they could have got a decap. Especially since one of these doesn't even have the Commando knob. Where is the Commando knob? He's still just standing here. What's going on? Is this guy bugged? We've seen him standing in locations for a very long time. Very strange. Another Lehman Rush dropped in. Repair bunker up, says Cadian. And blue team are capping mid. His commandos are going to die. Commander Knob also died. St. Kelly struggling to manage their army here. They have a lot of stuff. Yeah, Commando died right there. He might have been stuck, you know. It's a very strange place that they were in. 52 to 69. Maybe it was in the chat. I just didn't notice it. Hard to read the chat and look at everything else. And I still missed stuff. Land Raider Redeemer on the way for Annoying Fisher. It's a very late Land Raider. And it might make a difference here if he can get out. Surprised that Cadian and Knight haven't asked Kelly to go after that VP. There's the demonic shield. Is it going to save the Phobos? Maybe it did. Maybe it did. It's being repaired as well. Can a Lehman Russ now get away? There's swift movement from the Warlock trying to get this Wraith Guard in there. It goes down. Did the Ortok smack it to death with a power sword? Little power sword? I think it did. There's a fusion gun now. Some guardsmen die. Big deal. There's a distortion field, I think, on the Ortok trying to finish this cap here. They get the decap. Terminator is also there trying to cap. 52, 56 is very close. Commando has been revived and is moving around. Only level 2, that guy. The amount of stuff that has died. How are you only level 2? Here come the flash kits. I guess they could try and outshoot the Wraith Guard or just demolish those Terminators. Land Raider Redeemer, I think, is going to make it onto the field. I think. Where's the Commando gone? What is he doing? Just standing around this. Maybe he just wants to protect that VP. But should be going to the other one, surely. Phobos is getting repairs. The Phobos has actually done really well. Doom bolts flying in. Blue team needs to actually decap this. There we go. Flash kits and the Lord General going for it. I think I'll leave it to the Lord General there. Cyclone missile launcher. Massive damage potential from this thing, especially on big vehicles like the Baneblade. Got the decap, and a Lord General now repositions to try and get the cap while they can shoot stuff. Level 7 Sorcerer. Red team being pushed back though. There's that demonic shield again. Done some good work with this. Done some good work. Chains of Torment maybe would have been better to set up nukes and things. Looks like they want another bunker. The repair bunker is quite far back. Usually you'd want it in a place where your vehicles can still fire from. What is this? Some more flash kits from St. Kelly, but they are idle right now. Gonna get a revive on the Lord Commissar. There we go. Leveling up the Lord General to 9. 1503 hit points on that little mini retinue he has. So it's just a one stormtrooper. 2843. Red team doing the right thing and pressuring the natural, which blue team just have not done at all. Very strange. Very, very strange. Level 4 flash skips. There's only one of them left. 1-to-1 still. Blue team very low on VPs. And those new flash kits are still not moving. St. Kelly just overwhelmed with the amount of stuff they're trying to manage it. Shooter boys might die, and they do die. They now have 5 flash kit squads. 2 of them here hanging out. Where's the Commando? Commando's still over here. Protecting that VP. The rocks on the VP in the mid. Is he going to wipe those Terminators? Did they get... I think they got into the Land Raider in time. Absolute chaos in the mid. That Phobos is going to get rear armor hits on this Lima Russ, I think. Or maybe not. He's shooting something else. Lima Russ does go off. Does go down, I mean. Those flash kits are still not moving over there. And his Commando is still protecting that VP. Big strategic error, I think, from St. Kelly not to pressure that natural VP more. We do have more D-cannon. Still haven't noticed a singularity go off. There must have been one. I'm great at missing things. 28-34. Chaos Terminator is going to absolutely wreck. Trying to get the cap with Demonic Shield up. They couldn't quite manage it. I think they escaped though. They got inside. Oh no, they just teleported away. Okay. I thought they got inside the Land Raider there. Land Raiders are big enough to carry Terminators. 28-34. St. Kelly left their flash kits on Overwatch. That's why they weren't moving. Didn't know they had more. They should have realized though, that was a long time to keep them there. What is this? Holy crap. Rocket run in the middle of all that. Look at the destruction in the middle. The center is just completely carved out. There's an Imperial Abyss back there now. Tossing around some Eldar. Some allied Eldar. The Ortok takes down the Baneblade but then goes down. That Phobos is still up. Terminators survive. Red team have the cap. Flash kits are shooting at the wrong things. Do not shoot at the Land Raider. There we go. Are they going to get kills? I mean, I'm not really one to talk when it comes to leaving things on Overwatch. But I generally realise that I have got them. Once I do. 12-34. What's this? Are you going for a cap? Look at this now. Cadian has figured it out. To try and go for the cap. I don't know if they can get there in time though. They're saying GG. 5-34. I don't think they have time. Don't think they have time. It's going to be a victory for the red team. And I think a big part of that is that there was no pressure whatsoever on this VP. So red team could just stack everything in the mid and not ever have to worry about the VP over there. Red team did go for this a few times. Birty Bob went after it. But yeah, very strange play from the Commando. He was left idle a lot of times. Like right here. What is he up to? Is he bashing power? Some very strange plays from this Commando. It's like it was bugged or something. But I didn't see St. Kelly mention that in the chat. Maybe they did. Level 10 Lord General. Level 5 Lord Commissar. Level 2 Commando. Because like once tier 2 came around, they didn't do anything. Level 10 Apothecary, level 10 Warlock, and a level 9 Sorcerer. A strange but very fun team game. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.